Oliver arrived in a huff, ready to blow his top, but Dak actually apologized for dropping the ball. Oliver felt like he'd punched a pillow. It threw him completely off. This wasn't the Dak he knew. Could Ella be rubbing off on him? But they both still wanted to solve the case. After this incident, the FBI and police started sharing their investigation progress. They quickly found surveillance footage of the person who'd taken the flowers, but their face was covered, making it nearly impossible to ID them based on body type alone. Ella had no choice but to follow Dak to Sutton's house, hoping to dig up some clues. His living style was clearly that of a butterfly, seemingly messy, but everything was positioned exactly where he could reach it. In other words, every single item in the house mattered to Sutton. They brought the clues back to the FBI for a group discussion. As a photo of a book flashed across the screen, Ella had a sudden flash of insight. She'd caught the key lead to finding the real killer. On Sutton's bookshelf were several works by Louisa. The author herself wasn't particularly notable, but she had a famous quote: "It takes 2 flints to make a fire." The book was sealed and placed on Sutton's shelf. As a butterfly-type organizer, he'd never keep a book he wouldn't read within reach. The only explanation was that these books had belonged to his daughter. Speaking of Flint, Ella immediately recalled that someone on Anson's security team had a Flint keychain. This was clearly a love token from Sutton's daughter. In other words, to avenge his daughter, Sutton had conspired with his future son-in-law, working from both inside and outside, to take down Anson, the inventor of deepfake technology. Ella remembered seeing a dog leash in the apartment, but Sutton clearly didn't own a dog. He must have laced the leash with poison and had his son-in-law to swap it with Anson's dog's leash. The moment Anson had any close contact with his pet, he'd inhale a lethal dose of poison. The police moved quickly to bring the security guard in for questioning, but he sensed trouble and slipped into Anson's private jet, attempting to flee. This is where Simon came in handy. Wasn't he supposed to be some hotshot hacker? Hacking into the plane's control panel should be child's play. Simon knew this was his moment to prove himself. Through his efforts, the plane was successfully breached, and the security guard seeking vengeance for love was captured without incident. The long arm of the law would now take its course. With the case wrapped up, Dak received an invitation from his old partner, hoping he'd join the FBI. Though the offer was extremely tempting, Dak turned it down. You can't go back again. Besides, he now had an even better partner.